Doublethink ASMR. I am the aforementioned Oob. Today, we're just gonna do a nice little ramble, soft spoken. I have a lot to talk about, so it's gonna just be me rambling on. If you are down with that, I was in a musical which took up the past, I think, what was it, like 50 something days since my last upload. I also got a new microphone over here. But this happened today, so yeah, I'll just chat with you guys. But I have a cup of tea over here that I will sip on. It is very hot right now, so I won't sip. But yeah, this I think is like orange and like chamomile. I added a lemon slice in there and some honey, so nice little beverage. You know, if you would like to prepare a beverage of your own to just hang out with me, feel free to do so. I guess I'll talk about this mic first because it's fresh in my mind. So I had been wanting another microphone both for ASMR and for like my music. So I make music, and I've been using a firstly like a really cheap microphone that I got from when I was in high school. And then I got what I thought was an SM57, which is like a pretty popular, well-known microphone for, well, technically instruments, but it's the same as the SM58, which is like this famous microphone for vocals. But I realized recently that it's not actually a genuine one. But I wanted to get a new microphone anyways. That just sort of helped push me over the edge, because this one, which is, I don't know if I mentioned, this is the Rode NT1, the Rode NT1 signature series. I've had my eyes on this for a while, and it was on sale. So I thought, and there was only like a few left in stock, so I thought I would pick it up, and it came today. And I thought, also with now the musical being over, I have so much more time, and my microphone coming in, I thought I would make a video about it. Let me actually double check. I just wanted to double check that I was facing, or that the mic was facing me the right way, because earlier I tried to do a test just recording into my computer, and I was like, this guy sounds kind of shitty, man, like what's going on here? Particularly with whispers. And then I looked and I saw that the microphone was, its back was towards me, so I had a very dumb little moment. So now I'm just like double checking every time as often as I can. But yeah, the other reason, or actually maybe the main reason I wanted to get a new mic, is that this, my trusty Zoom H1, which I've had since I think 2015, I think it still works just as an audio recorder, but it's just become really unreliable. Like the mics would make like weird crackling noises, and so I'd want to record, and then like there would just be like weird, like a sort of like a hiss, that I like couldn't figure out what it was. And I thought, hey man, this thing's 10 years old. I can, get an upgrade, and also I have an audio interface now, so I can get like a nicer, like proper, like XLR microphone like this one. Whereas I think when I bought this, I didn't have an interface, and this has like a USB interface kind of within it with its own audio. But yeah, let me know what do you think about the new mic. I'm still figuring it out. I don't know if this is the best like windshield for it. And it came with a pop filter, but I don't really like the look of it in videos, to be honest with you. And also, I don't know, I like this sort of passive ASMR of a like windshield like this one, which is the same one I had been using before. But yeah. I guess next I should talk about the musical. So I think I've mentioned in a few videos before, I go to drama classes. And the institution that has been hosting me in these drama classes for many years, announced that they were going to do a production of Shrek the musical. Shrek the musical. Now, I have never sung. I'm not sure which version is correct in my life, or I have, for fun, for enjoyment, but I'm not like trained. I've never, even in school, I was never in the choir or anything. Um, and I was actually in musicals in high school, but as not as a singer. I used to beatbox and rap, and so I thought a part of me wanted to sort of audition when they announced it, but I thought, you know what, I don't know how to sing. Or I should not say that. I would say I'm not trained. I've never trained to sing, so I thought I'm not going to audition. And then one day, the founder of the like institution and the director of the musical came to me after I had a drama private, and he came to me and he said, "Oh, he actually we had been talking just about like admin stuff, and then he said, "Oh, hey, by the way, auditions open for the musical, wink, wink." And I did not reply to that, but I just replied to like the admin stuff he was talking about. And then I think like the next day or like within the next couple of days, I came in for my drama class, and he found me afterwards and he said, "Ethan, you never replied to me about the auditions." And I was like, "Oh, it seems cool, but I can't really sing." And he said, "Ethan, no, don't say that you can't sing." And then he gave me like a really kind of inspirational talk about like, "Hey, like you're such a part of this like little school we have going on here, and I would really love you to be a part of it, and like just try it out." And also he said, even like there are non-singing parts, so we'll find something for you to do, like if you want to be a part of this like journey, just audition, doesn't matter. And then I did audition. I actually auditioned for the part of Pinocchio, who is like a main side character. So he's not a lead, but he's sort of like the leader. So kind of like the chorus of the musical, or the fairy tale creatures. So you have in the movie, those are the creatures who are like who come into Shrek's swamp. That kind of put everything in motion, where Shrek like goes to confront Farquaad about it. So the leader is Pinocchio, and there's like the three pigs, Gingy, that whole crew, Big Bad Wolf, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna audition for Pinocchio because I thought I can kind of do the like falsetto-y voice. Um, so I auditioned, and it was actually not that nerve-wracking because I knew most of the casting people. Like I'd been to classes with lots of them, just with all the different things I've tried, so I felt really comfortable. I did not get Pinocchio, and actually now that the musical has happened and I've seen what the Pinocchios have gone through, I'm glad I didn't, because I don't think I would have survived just with like the vocal business, doing that high voice, that super high voice all the time, and also like the mechanics, like their nose is like actually I don't know how it works, but it caused them a lot of like annoyance, and also like the makeup they had to do. But I got the part of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, which was super super fun. I actually made. Let me get you my little script quickly. So here is my little. So here's the script that they gave us, and then I printed out this cover. Let me actually, and I bound it. I'll just take away the like little like laminate plastic thing, and this is based on the poster for Wolfman. I added text here, the big man, Wolfman in a dress, and then I don't know if you can see over here. It says starring gods, mice, all the characters from the musical, and then I left all the lead parts at the bottom, and all the other my fellow like minor characters at the top. So and then also over here it says the woman is dreaming Team Jacob for life. My fellow castmates enjoyed all the little inside jokes. Yeah, not really inside jokes, but yeah. And then yeah, I'm trying to think when that started. I think, when did we start rehearsing? I think like somewhere in March, mid-March, something like that. And at first it was just on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but then and I think at some point I was still making. I might have actually spoken about this in my last video. I cannot remember. But so yeah, I had to learn. Oh, also, let me actually tell you everything. So I was the Big Bad Wolf, I was the Pied Piper, and then I was also a knight. And the knights are backup singers for Dragon. So they are, I mean, our lines are when knights became to rescue the princess. Um, so they were the knights who had come before Shrek to rescue the princess but had not succeeded. And I think there are four of us who, instead of killing, she keeps captive because my line actually in the musical was she keeps us around because we sing backup. So I was one of those dudes. And then the Pied Piper has like two lines. He like talks to Fiona for a bit. And then yeah, Big Bad Wolf is part of the whole fairy tale creature group. But yeah, so that took up most of my life. So I was pretty much just working, and then musical after work. And then I think it was like a couple of weeks ago we started rehearsing like every day of the week. So initially it was just Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So Tuesdays and Thursdays it was like, what was it, 7 to 10, and then Sundays it was I think 2 to 6. And then as we got closer, we started, I think, maybe a month or 3 weeks before the show. The show ran from the 4th to the 15th of June, just for some context. We started going in every day, which was really, really hectic, but it was fun. It was really cool to like be a part of a group thing. It's been so long since I've done that, you know. Particularly because also, I mean, I have my job technically, but it's my job, and also I work from home, so there's less of a feeling of like being part of a team. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was really cool. Met so many nice people. Everyone was so wonderful. And I learned how to sing a little bit. And also, like, I love doing choreo. So the funny thing is, for the nights, it's like the most minor part in the whole thing that I have. But it became kind of my favorite because we danced. They are like in stocks, you know, like those kind of tortury things, like those wooden things where your arms and your head are like this. It was actually really terrible to practice with because before we actually had the props, we just like stood like this and did a little like dance. But then once they got us like big foam stocks, so you could actually like rest your arms in them, so it didn't feel bad at all, and it was just so fun. And also, the great thing about it is, Dragon, the vocalist, like their part is so much fun, and it's just fun to be a backup singer. And they have this great run at the end of the song as Dragon that is just it's so fun to listen to. And like the two people that played Dragon, we had for the like bigger parts, we had two casts that kind of switched out. They always had so much fun, and it was always so fun to like be on the stage when they hit that run at the end of their song. Um, but yeah, really, really fun, really, really fun experience, fun experience. Um, what else did I want to say? Let me just drink some more tea quickly. Oh, I've also been making like music in a kind of different way. So I got a bass and I got a different guitar. So I had like a small guitar. I'll try to like I have like videos from like my Instagram with the old guitar, but I started playing the bass and like it just clicks with me. I think I just love like rhythm sections, because I think the drums were the first instrument I ever really played, and like the drums just like make sense to me, and the bass kind of similarly just feels right, as opposed to the guitar, which always felt very like unnatural for me. And I started doing lessons from Bass Buzz. I actually bought lessons to like motivate myself to go through with it, because when I started playing guitar in like 2020 during lockdown, I just was not motivated. I just noodled, like I never really made much progress. But for this, I was like, no, I'm gonna buy this course and go through it. And so I've been doing that. It's been really, really fun. And then I was just like motivated to make music, like quote unquote live music, because I've been making music for like 10 years, but it's all just like on my computer and like looped through. So I was like, and like with synthesizers and stuff. So I thought, hey, let me actually try to make music as like a one-man band vibe, where I'm like playing the bass through the whole song, and I'm like playing the guitar through the whole song. And so then I traded in my little guitar for like a full-size kind of Telecaster style guitar over here, which I've been enjoying a lot more than the small one, particularly because the bass, I have like a Squire P bass. If you are familiar with instruments, if you are not, it will mean nothing to you, but it's okay. Um, the bass just feels so good and like significant and like heavy and like nice, and like going from that to my teeny guitar just felt like ugh. I feel like I had no space. Whereas with this, because it's a full scale length guitar, it feels way more substantial and like easier to play because I have pretty like long fingers. Um, I still prefer the feel of a bass. It just feels so much like nicer and like But you know, it's the best I'm gonna get for a guitar. So, well, it's not, but it's actually a really cheap. It was a really cheap guitar, but that's okay. I don't really mind that much. But what was and yeah, I've been making some more like music, like Instagram videos for music. Um, where like I'll make a little like minute long kind of little song, and then I will put clips from like stuff I've watched recently over it, in like a musical way. I haven't decided yet if I want to post my Instagram for you guys. I think I will at some point. Um, Honestly, part of me wants to just build a bit more of a portfolio before I show you guys, cause I don't know. I want when you guys see it, I want it to be like nice and cool. I want you guys to think I'm this cool like Instagram musician guy. So I want to just work on it a little bit more, and then I'll share it with you guys. um, um, but yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I really had no plan. This was mostly just like a test for my mic. Also, like I have a light. I bought a little like a light I can put on top of my camera. I fucking don't know where it is. I'm going by my lamp light right now. Um, so I mean it's still okay. Like I'm not unhappy with this. But yeah, dude, like I fucking lost my light that I bought specifically for videos, which is crazy. But yeah, let me know how you feel about the sound quality. I will say also like this is kind of a janky setup because I'm not actually recording this into my computer like through my audio interface. I have the mic, the NT1, plugged into my audio interface, and then I'm using the headphone out of my interface going into my camera, and then I have my little earphones plugged into the camera so I can hear. So hopefully it's okay. I just really, guys, once I stopped having to like edit the audio to be in sync with the video, because I would spend so long trying to get it like exactly perfect. Once I didn't have to do that anymore by like just plugging into my camera, I don't think I can go back to it. I I'm such a perfectionist with like particularly editing, where it's like, oh man, fuck, I have to like get it exactly on the exact frame where the clap happens and my skin touches my it was just, and I can't go back. So hopefully the setup works so I don't have to record audio into my computer, and then edit it in later. But we'll see. It sounds alright from what I'm hearing, so we should be alright. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Relatively short video. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing more like rambly stuff. Um, like sort of about like movies and like movies I've been watching and music I've been listening to. So I might try to do some of that. It is Friday today, so hopefully I'll film like my promise that I'm making to myself and to you is that I'll film 2 videos this weekend. So tomorrow and Sunday. About those kind of things, and then we'll see where we go. I also probably have accumulated at least a handful of books that I could talk about at some point. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I will see